Hello, Hofstra fans. Welcome to the WB Mason Coaches Report right here on GoHofstra.com. Anthony Santinella now joined with the head coach of the Hofstra Pride men's lacrosse team, Seth Tierney. Coach, how's everything going?
Cool, Anthony. Thanks for having me.
So a 10-4 victory for the Hofstra Pride this past weekend over the Drexel Dragons in Philly. Talk about the big victory for your squad now to go to 2-1 in CAA play.
Yeah, I mean, I thought our guys played well. I mean, they had a focused week of practice. They were on it. Defensively, we had a good week. Offensively, we understood, excuse me, what they could throw at us, and we needed, our guys to step up. And it started with Chris Clark at the face-off X doing his job. It started with Jack Concannon and then the goal doing his job. Finn Sullivan and the entire close defense really doing a great job on their attack, maybe holding them to an assist. And they just got their number 22 back after being out for a little bit. And then the middies and the rope guys did a good job defensively, which allowed us to to hold them down defensively while we chipped away at their defense. And we threw a couple in the goal, which allowed us to relax a little bit in a good way, not in a bad way. And we maintained it basically throughout the game.
Now go to 7-0 when scoring in double digits this season for the Pride. I know you talked about how big of a goal that is every week for you guys, but does it just seem to get bigger and bigger as the games get much more important down the stretch?
I mean, the concept is simple, and we talked about it all week. The first 1 in 10, and I think if you look at a lot of the scores, it's not going to hold true 100% of the time, but if you can get to 10, you got a good chance of winning a college lacrosse game, and that's what we need to concentrate on again this week. We got a huge task of going up to Amherst and play UMass, and it doesn't matter what people are ranked or what their records are. The Hofstra UMass game takes on a life of its own.
Corey Hendrickson with another big game on offense, stepping up and really solidifying himself as one of the top midfielders on the team and in the conference. How far have you seen him progress this season and his last season in Hempstead?
Yeah, I mean, I want to say that Corey, the difference between Corey this year and in years past is he is finishing his opportunities. He's not rushing it. He's not trying to make something out of nothing where your percentages of scoring or making a play go down. He's allowing the game to come to him a little bit. He's moving without it because a lot of his goals have been assisted. So he's playing without the ball a little bit, and then when he does get it in a certain area, he's done a good job of putting it on the goal. And goal is making a save where he's putting it away. And the last couple of games, he's really done a nice job, so we're happy for him.
Another stat that hasn't really been talked about a lot, the clears for your defensive unit and the rope unit, just a very young rope unit we talked about before the season started.
Yeah.
Now really coming into their own, another good performance against Drexel. How important have they been down the stretch in the last few games?
Yeah, I want to say this last game we might have had 2 failed clears, and they've done a better job. I mean, certainly defensively, I think Finn Sullivan, I think everybody kind of ran the ball over a little bit once or twice, and that's a confidence thing. So Finn is very confident. First play of the game, I think he went down and had the ball down the offensive end. Tanner Griffin ran it over. Brett Osman ran it over. Liam Bloom ran it over. Guys were coming back to the ball. Brendan Lynch did his job. So again, it's all, if everybody just does their role, then the wheel could spin. Again, it's a lot of great teams out there. We're going to face another one this week. And these CAA games are like gold.
Hofstra 2-1 in the CAA, 1 game behind Fairfield, who's 3-0 right now. Now these last 2 games, all important, need to win both of them essentially to be able to host the CAA tournament.
Yep.
Start with UMass this weekend. What's the game plan going into that game?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to take it, game by game and piece by piece. First of all, we're not in the CAA tournament yet, and we need to, solidify a spot first before you can do any talking of any hosting. And regardless, all the teams that are going to be in the CAA tournament, there's a lot of the same out there. There's a lot of really good and great teams that are going to be, vying for that CAA championship. So right now our goal is to study, learn about UMass. Again, they beat North Carolina, as did we. They beat Ohio State, as did we. So there's a lot of similarities on what goes on within our teams. And if the game is at their place, we're going to need to make sure that we study what they do offensively, what they study defensively, who their guys are, and make sure that we get ourselves familiar with what's going to take place. We need this win to get into the CAA tournament.
And you said it before, this Hofstra-UMass game, always a big rivalry, always one that gets circled on the calendar. Does this one have a little more importance now based on where it is on the schedule?
Yeah, I mean, again, it's just the way, timing of it is the way it is. It's always going to be a big game. There's no getting around it. We can have that Fairfield game back, which we can, an overtime loss, and we'd be 3-0, and maybe this game would have a little bit of a different meaning, knowing that we're 3-0. Not a comfort level, but you're 3-0 then. With that being with us being 2-1, we gotta get this one, and it's gonna be a tall task, because they got some guys that can sling it.
And what's the one piece that is going to be essential for Hofstra to come away with a victory against UMass?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't change week after week, because we gotta get to 10. And they got a goalie, and they got, their defense is playing really well right now. They're holding teams to less than 10. We gotta win that great ground ball battle, and everybody's kind of gotta do their job, on the defensive end. We gotta sit tight. We gotta hope that Jack's gonna be seeing the ball, and Chris Clark can do his job at the face-off X. But they got guys it's gonna be a war. Every ground ball is gonna be a war.
Head coach of the Hofstra Pride men's lacrosse team, Seth Tierney. Coach, thanks for the time. Best of luck this weekend.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for watching the WB Mason Coaches Report right here on GoHofstra.com.